Okay, this is round 3 against Absinthius. I think I'm gonna jam Big O Bartok and Herd Mother. I might actually play Alolan General. Alolan General gets really, really big. And I have a lot of good cards to trigger it. Alolan General is really strong with Grove Matriarch. Because it gives it power on the front end and the back end. Yeah, I think I actually read the level of Alolan General and Herd Mother. Because while Herd Mother is pretty good, you need Raid to truly make it shine. Otherwise, it's just like an average creature. But Alolan General makes all my bad creatures way better, which is a lot more useful, especially when I'm going to be drawing Big Bag Bartox all the time. Then I'm not going to, most of my other cards aren't going to be leveled because I'm going to be playing those Bartox. And I need those underleveled cards to be good. So here's where I'll pause it and wait for my opponent to make his play. Or, let's look at something. So I have a spreadsheet that I keep of all the heroics that I'm drafting, so I wanted to just take this time while I'm waiting for my opponent. I keep track of all the heroics that I've been drafting, and so he just played a card. He played a Restless Wanderers, which is the 3/5. That's kind of garbage. I can see it because I just looked at the battle log right here. But we'll just go to the game. That's not important. What is important is that my opponent is playing 4 cards, which means I've got a shot. Turn 1 3/5 is always the sort of thing I'd like to see. I can even block that with Katara Sprite for value. Like, play Katara Sprite, kill it, replace the Grove Matriarch, refresh my Katara Sprite. I say refresh, but I mean refresh is fine on this. But anyway, with that spreadsheet thing, oh, that's a good block. I keep track of all the silver I'm getting and all the heroics I haven't picked yet. Ooh, start playing the good cards. He's breaking out here. Okay, so playing that there, go to combat. Unfortunately, he kills my Bartok, which really sucks. And I'll just replace the Katara Sprite. Hopefully it goes here. That's fine. So I'm probably gonna, if he has an Abomination, I'm gonna jam the Grove Matriarch in front of it. Or if he doesn't, rather. If he doesn't have an Abomination, I'll probably just sacrifice Contagion Lord. But hopefully he's the kind of player who only drafts Restless Wanderers. I think that would be good for me. I could use an only Restless Wanderers deck. I think that's about the level my deck is at. I could go full greedy and try to make Katara Sprite block Contagion Lord, because it would have 3 power. So if this dies and he sacrifices another Abomination, I could go, replace Katara Sprite with Grove Matriarch, try to block it there, then replace it with Big Bard Bartok and try to block it again. I mean, it's pretty greedy, but, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm assuming he's sacrificing his Contagion Lord to pump up his Rider. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. That's okay, so he's just making some tokens. Hopefully it's not a Harbinger. Misery Demon is garbage. He didn't even play it with Assault. And it doesn't even kill my Matriarch. Like, what is this play? Anyway. I'm just gonna block his guy with Big Bad Bartok. Because, it kills it. I don't think I have to worry too much about the late game since he hasn't played any cards that are actually... The only card he's played that levels well is Blightwalker and Contagion Lord, which are not the most aggressive threats. So I'll just jam some creatures in front of his creatures, and we'll call it a day after that. The only question is whether I'm blocking with his Matriarch or not. I don't think I will. I think I'll just play Matriarch in Annuity Lane. If he pumps his Spirit, I'm going to feel pretty foolish if my Matriarch dies. Nope. Well, I might have a chance to play a Deep Branch Ancient. If he doesn't kill one of his own creatures to pump his Spectre Rider to kill my Big Bad Bartok, I think it's actually pretty likely to get a Deep Branch Ancient. I just play the Matriarch and the Ancient. Hopefully play the Ancient in a lane where there's not a creature. Okay, so Vyrix embraced my Bartok to decrease its power, so I'm just going to throw a Grove Matriarch in front of it. I think I can do that, right? Because it'd be 5 and it would go up to 4, then up to 5. No, it would go down to 2, then up to 3 with the Spirit token dying. Yeah, so I can just block it with a Grove Matriarch. There's another Ruthless Wanderers. Right on time. Perfect. Okay, so actually I can just block. Let's see what I get. A free block with Guitar Spray here. If it's in front of the Spectral Rider, no big deal. It dies. If it's in front of the Spirit, then I get. I mean, I block the Spectral Rider either way. The only question is how much value I get out of it, and the answer is actually not that much value. So I'd rather play the Deep Branch Ancient with Kicker. Does that not have Kicker? Oh, it's because when it comes into play, since the Guitar Sprite's not actually in play yet, it didn't get power. I completely forgot about that because Guitar Sprite doesn't come into play until after the card gets forged. So there's the level 2 guitars or the level 2 Contagion Lord. Literally the only card I've seen in this deck that I'm afraid of. And then just randomly Varix Embrace a creature. Okay, that's probably worse than playing your own creature. Let's just play Bartok and Matriarch. I could Twin Strength to make my Matriarch die, so that doesn't seem very good. I've got a soldier, so I want to play. I've got an Alolan General, I mean. So I'd probably play the General on top of his Seedling if I draw it. So let's play Bartok, or I'm sorry, Matriarch here and Bartok over here. So, and I drew the General. General plus Ordnance Captain. It's actually pretty nice. Because I can play the General here and then over this Seedling, or, if the Seedling dies, which is likely. And then I can play Alolan General here and then Ordnance Captain in front of the Contagion Lord, which pumps up the Captain enough to kill the Contagion Lord. And hopefully he doesn't have an Abomination. Ruthless Wanderers, that gives -6/-6, right? So that would kill my creature if he has another one. He doesn't. Which means it just dies, because it's only a 6/10. And my General gives enough attack to live. I don't think he should sacrifice his Lord. Like, that's pretty much the biggest creature he has. Yeah, okay, he didn't sacrifice it. So play the General first, so he gets power off the Ordnance Captain, then pump everything. And then the Ordnance Captain gets pumped too, then kills that. So we're in good shape. Ooh, and I drew Guitar Sprite with enough damage to kill with a Patron. I don't have anywhere to put the Patron, but I do have Kicker for it. The double Patron. I guess if he has another Varix Embrace, he could Varix Embrace my Bartok, and then I have a place to put it. Or if he blocks my Bartok. This does not block Bartok. Okay, so probably just casting Twin Strength. Actually, it depends. We'll see what his second play is. A Mender to give what toughness? The Mender? No, the Spirit. Of course, I should have known. So I think I'm just gonna play Guitar Sprite and then Twin Strength, Guitar Sprite, and General. Because actually probably could have pumped the Sapling. That would have been fine too. But making a huge Guitar Sprite's not bad at all. Because when he's about to kill it, I can just replace it, make a fresh Guitar Sprite. I think it's a lot higher upside than playing the Patron just as a 7/4. Because there's no point in replacing Big Bad Bartok because it might even be adjacent spaces. I think it is. Or only available adjacent spaces. No, it's any adjacent space. Okay, so he's throwing a Necromoeba. It's another really good card. So far we've seen Contagion Lord, Necromoeba, and Blightwalker. The rest of his cards are not worth mentioning. Which is never really a place you want to be. So, I'll throw a Cavern Serpent over here to get pumped by his creature. It does 2 poison to him too, which is super nice. Hit him for 12, and then pass the turn. Actually, it's for more than 12, it's for 20, 21. Okay, good old level 3 Big Bad Bartok. Basically unchanged from level 2 Big Bad Bartok. So I probably want to be playing Grove Matriarch for sure, and then either Twin Strength or Bartok. It would have been nice to draw the Deep Branch Ancient. That's what? How big does this get? 12, I think? No, plus 8, 16. That's really big. If I can fill the lanes up. I could always go the Fido Bomb Deep Branch Ancient strategy. I've lost to that before. It's been a long time, but I have lost it before. Okay, there's his Restless Wanderers. So Twin Strength looking better and better. I can Twin Strength, Kataru Sprite, and Big Bad Bartok to kill his creatures. This is +4/+4. Definitely don't want him to get value off his level 3 Restless Wanderers. Perish the thought. Okay, so I don't have a good spot to put this general. I could always replace Kataru Sprite, but I'm assuming he has something to kill it. Like, he still has that level 2 Blightwalker, which kills Kataru Sprite pretty reliably. He's at 41. I assume he kills the Bartok and the Sprite. He at least kills Bartok Serpent. Best case scenario, he kills the Sprite. Worse, Rubio? Doesn't really do a whole lot. He definitely should have played his creature. I guess it doesn't matter since it dies. And he just concedes. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so that's the kind of caliber of opponent we need to play against if we're gonna win this draft. Because I think my deck is garbage. But anyway, let's go to the next round.